I noticed something strange before boarding. My flight number was 1015. Today was the 15th of October. The departure time was delayed to 10:15. Those coincidences made my chest tighten. I looked around and everything looked normal. Then I found an MP3 in the seat pocket. Curious, I put on the headphones. The audio was telling the story of Flight 1015. Every detail matched the cabin as it was now. The story said the flight attendant was doing the safety demo. Then the voice mentioned rain outside. I opened the shade. Heavy rain was pouring. The story said the plane would vanish from radar in an hour. I felt it was ridiculous, but the plane tilted the next second. Luckily, it was just takeoff. It said a bird would hit the plane at 10:21. I checked my watch as it flipped to 10:21. Then a violent impact hit. I shot up, yanked off the headphones, and hid in the lavatory to calm down. The plane smoothed out afterward. I wondered if I'd imagined it. I rang for a flight attendant to confirm if a bird had hit the plane. He replied coldly that it was impossible at this altitude. I asked him to check with the captain. She told me to be quiet. But as the attendant left, a man sat down behind me. He said he was sure a bird had struck us. He said his name was Jack. He used to be a pilot and knew Captain Donna. He said crews never tell passengers about these things. My heart jumped into my throat again. I put the headphones back on. The story said the plane would disappear completely at 11:15. I checked the time. It was already 10:30. The voice said disasters. Leave tiny signs. It said an air marshal was escorting a witness to testify against the mob. They might try to attack the flight. I looked forward and saw two men who fit the mob profile. I slipped out to find a flight attendant and ask about the marshal. She had no idea such a person was on board. I couldn't help but check their luggage. A bag fell and woke the man below. I pressed them for answers. They claimed to be soccer players. The flight attendant scolded me and made me return to my seat. I remained convinced they were lying and demanded the crew verify their identities. The captain came and said, I was endangering other passengers and warned me to sit down. The voice in the earphones spoke again. It said there was another person tied to the disaster. That person's name was exactly the same as mine. It even described the commotion I had just caused. The audio mentioned the captain would finally say, "Good night, New York." After that, the plane would vanish. The captain coldly asked if I was having a mental break. I begged him not to say those words in 14 minutes. Everyone thought I was crazy. I was bound before I could explain. Then Jack sat down beside me. He said he believed me. He said only we could stop it after we planned. He rushed to the cockpit. There was 1 minute left until 11:15. Jack managed to open the cockpit and take control. I exhaled and stood up, ready to meet him. The next second, his voice came over the PA. He said thank you for my cooperation. Until he said the words, "Good night, New York."
Good night, New York.
I finally realized he was the one who made the plane disappear.